Hello everyone, this is MBC News coming in here at the top of the hour, and we have several headlines for you today. First thing on the docket is the opening of a new luxury development in Moore and the response it received from the Chongro government.
Yes, apparently the development of this new building, being dubbed the Lux One, has received negative criticism from a foreign government of all things. The president received a personal letter in the mail condoning his supposed inaction in stopping a project which the Chongro leader said to be a blight on the landscape.
Hang on a minute, why is this my problem? Why wasn't the architectural firm who developed it?
A representative from Capital City Development LLC, the company behind the building, had this to say about the situation, quote, "Every project, regardless of what it is, will always receive some criticism as a given. However, I don't think any of us expected a foreign leader to have such animosity for a building project. We assure all critics that any project we develop is always fully permitted and under scrutiny from the Zoning Commission through all steps of the project." The company also shared photos of the building in relation to the rest of the skyline, of which they said it to be almost indistinguishable from far enough of a distance.
Perhaps the Chongro leader is jealous of Morcadian prosperity if the living conditions of the people in their countryside indicates much of how.
Hey, now don't go that far, because you know what they'll do, right? They'll send a water-fueled nuke over your house, assuming they can get the silo door open.
Aside from that, Lux One is set to have the most expensive penthouse in downtown Moore at an asking price of $5 million, though what the buyer gets is a lofty space 35 stories above the street, and you might be wondering where's the bathroom. For $5 million ID at least like a bathroom, of which I say tough luck then, there's a balcony for a reason.
Moving on to our next story. The road bridge linking Morcadia to New Woodland has been completed after several months of development, giving Morcadia direct road access to the larger... Wait, there isn't a proper name yet. Well, the closest thing is Terra Onrania, so we're gonna go with that. Morcadia now has direct road access to Terra Onrania through New Woodland. The leaders of both nations met at the checkpoint on Ambassador's Island to commemorate the project.
Not long after Morcadia was officially inducted into the Union as a member state, which is believed by many to have opened the doors for more local economic opportunities, with Morcadians having easier access to other member nations.
Going on that precedence further, the Corsair Motor Corporation has come out with a new lineup of cars built for the foreign markets, of which are smaller than typical domestic cars to accommodate for the narrower roads. The new models include the CX-5, the CLT, the City and the CMV. These cars share many similar parts for standardization, ease of service, which the company believes will encourage better sales.
Corsair came out with promotional footage of the foreign road test of the CX-5, which we will show here now. The CX-5 is a roadster and the flagship vehicle of this new lineup, with a 1.5L inline-4 engine that makes 165 horsepower that pushes the car to 201 km per hour or 125 miles per hour, while much slower than the Delta makes up for it in the handling. Despite the performance-oriented build, this car still manages to get 35 miles to the gallon or 56 km to the gallon. It comes in several trims, that of which being Standard, Sports and the Roadster. With a starting price of $20,000, Corsair believes it to have pretty high potential, though they have promised to sell all 4 of these cars domestically as well.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Continuing on, yesterday there was trouble on the Ridgeport lift bridge as a motorist attempts to beat the lifting bridge, though instead goes through the open gap, plummeting 78 feet into the Moorblind Channel. We go to Alex on the scene of where it happened.
It was here at around 4:10 Island Standard Time the other day when the driver of a 2012 Corsair attempted to beat the lift bridge, which reaches its full lift high in around 5 seconds. The MDOT footage was just released, though the video you're about to see is mildly graphic, though it shows in detail the events that transpired. The Coast Guard was on the scene in under a minute, though despite the impact of the fall, the driver was miraculously unscathed, though it took crews around 30 minutes to retrieve the car. Traffic both on the road and in the seaway was held up for over an hour, causing much frustration among the drivers.
Hey, watch it, will ya? I just had this thing repainted.
And I just had this repainted. I see you used the extra glossy.
Authorities are still trying to piece together a cohesive line of events, trying to make sense of the situation. They have commented about the several safety precautions in place, though also wonder why such a brash move was made on behalf of the driver. Also, the Department of Transit has commented, the bridge is only ever open for around a minute. It's not worth the danger of trying to speed over it while the gates are down and the bridge is lifting.
That stupid bridge killed my car. I don't care what anyone says, the bet was the bet, and Simon owes me $20 now.
Wait, so you're the one who drove through the bridge, and you're admitting it on national television? All right then, back to you in the studio.
Very interesting turn of events indeed.
It's much harder to acquire a driver's license in Morcadia than most other nations, though cases like this show that every once in a while some slip through the cracks. The only thing I have to wonder is how $20 would be worth that much to total your car over and also shutting down road and boat traffic in a major shipping lane.
In other news, reality as we know it might be failing us for a short while. Several different things have been fractured from reality due to some corruption. While small at first, it got to an extent of taking entire countries such as Finlandia. For a brief while the country didn't exist, though the Finnish leader had this to say.
Suomalaisia tervehtien, on tapahtunut siellä, missä käsittämätön voima oli vienyt meiltä isänmaan, vaikka vakuutan teille, että kaikki on nyt hyvin, ja tässä se kohta poikkeaa. Mutta käännös jatkuu silti kuin mitään ei olisi tapahtunut. Se tulee olemaan niin hauskaa, koska tuntuu kuin kukaan ei ymmärtäisi sitä toisin. Vaikka tämä luultavasti päätyy joka tapauksessa satunnaiseksi hölynpölyksi, koska meemi on idiootti ja käyttää vain Google Translatea. Siitä tulee vain satunnaisinta paskaa mitä kuvitella. On myös video kissakalasta, joka nyt jostain syystä pelaa, joten se meni nyt oikealta kissan puolelta kalastukseen.
While all cases have subsided, it's left many scratching their heads, though a very particular few have still taken this as the end of times.
The end is near. The end is near. Oh no, I dropped my sign!
Typical day for meme, and also was that footage of an actual cat and then a catfish?
Yeah, that's what we're going with, because in my law the people of Finlandia are literal cats and nobody can change that because I said so.
But like that's not how it works though.
I don't care because this is my domain and you are all side characters to my bigger story of which.
The end is near.
Hey, how did you get in here?
No, it is
Get out
breaking
now.
down. I tried warning all of you. Oh no, reality's failing. There's a great fish, big fish. Oh no.
This is just insanity now. I don't even know what's going on at this point also. Where did my colleague go?
You know who else bursts into a newsroom and starts reading a national broadcast? My mom!
LMAO, I think it's an earthquake. We should probably take cover or something. Baba Booey.
Well, somebody has to do the outro. This is MBC News, and we will get back to you with our next segment after this commercial break.